Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hunters of all ages. Hello, my friends. Good morning. Hello. Welcome to this week's Hunting Lodge. Are we glowy? A little bit. Not too bad. Welcome, my friends. My name's Jackson Beard. If we haven't met before, I'm just some guy with a beard and guns who gets to come and hang out with you and do our weekly streams, chit-chat with the community, get involved in the middle of things I probably shouldn't be involved in, and overall have a good time and try to keep you informed on everything that's happening here in the Hunter Call of the Wild. As you can see, it's a little dark. I thought I'd do something different. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. Where I live here in old Vancouver, Canadian land, we are not allowed to hunt at night. So I get to do this vicariously through the game. Now, if you haven't seen it, some of our creators been after it. Some of our community been after it. We have a great one in the game that isn't the most attainable. It's not the easiest, and that's by design. If you want to chase down the black bear, you've got things in your way. And by things in your way, I mean you got Mother Nature to deal with. It's a lot of fun, actually, to be honest. I toyed around with it on my work account. I poked around a little bit when the changes were first made, but I haven't been back to it. Now, the nice thing about SRP, obviously, the layout, it's fantastic, but you've got some nice overlap with these bad boys. So if you want to make a little money while you're out trying to find your need zones, pronghorns in the lower half, they like to occupy a lot of the same space. They're a lot of fun, man. They're a whole lot of fun. Good morning, my friends. What's going down? Anubis, how you doing, Mr. Pop-Tart? Yes, I saw one. There's so much going on right now. Let me tell you, bouncing from angler to call to the hunter, back and forth. And things are bound to happen. So I saw that it did not happen. So I jumped in. I hit the buttons. I did the things. I still have the power. Help us all. And yeah, so here we are. We're rocking, baby. We put a little announcement out today, an announcement of our release date for the console. We're trying to get everything going with the angler. It's just, we're trying to push things at breakneck speeds, trying to bring things out as fast as possible. So yeah, tune in on the 29th. I'll tell you, there's more to that. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, there's more to that. Let's carry on. Come on, dog. Let's go see what we can find. So, like I say, I haven't poked around on here much. 2000 hours, they start drinking pronghorn at around 2100. We're about to hit that mark. It's about to be 2100. What up, Jeremy? How you doing, brother? Cryptic, what's going down? Tony, hello, sir. What's happening? Welcome, everybody. New DLC incoming. There's always something in the works. I can neither confirm or deny, but we're getting close to that time. We're not there yet. Pretty soon, it's going to be craziness. We're going to have crazy kinds of streams and crazy excitement, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised at what's coming next. It will be a surprise. I can tell you that. And it's useful. It is useful. That's what's key. J-Man, what's happening? Welcome. Come find me. Hello, sir. Hello, my friend. Is this an angler or hunter skin? Yeah, no, that was a boo-boo. If you refresh, it should be up there now. Yeah, these things happen. We have our angler streams on Wednesday. If you're interested, you want to come and hang out, we got some good fishing to happen tomorrow. We did a fishing derby the other week, just an impromptu kind of thing. Bragging rights, got your name in a fancy color on Discord. It was a lot of fun. We're gonna have to do more of those. We had VV out. If you haven't had a chance to, well, you missed the live, but you can still go in and say hi after the fact. Yeah. What can I say about the next Call of the Wild update? There's one coming. When is Hunter 2 coming out? Asking for a friend. Nothing on another game. We got our hands full with 2 at the moment. Hello, I saw you. Yeah, I'd like to get you at your need zone, please. We're actually walking at a terrible time. So here's something that I did learn when I was poking around when we first made these changes. I had tents set up on the opposite side. Walking from the outpost kind of ruined these 2 lakes. You needed to come in from that angle. But I was just hopeful that I would find something moving down. Bears are casually late. It's just kind of what they like to do. If you're wondering what I'm using, if you don't have it, this is the high-tech hunting pack. Gives you some night vision goggles, gives you a night vision scope. I'm pretty much in a dead end kind of area here at the moment. We're We're not making a good approach. However, we do have options and means and ways. So let's head down. So, okay, I get a lot of questions about black bear. Honestly, they're everywhere. You're going to find them at just about every lake. Depending on your map, and everything is different. And this is something that there's misconceptions with need zones. They're not as important as we all once thought they were, but they are a suggestion of where you're going to find them. And so if you do go out and you spend the time to find your need zones, you're going to identify the areas that are going to be busy. Now, busy right here. Honestly, this is one of the better spots. This whole corridor right here is quite good. Down to this lake up here is decent. You'll even find them up in the top, but a lot of this depends on your map. So like, where are we going to go here? I quite like down here. I haven't done that in a while. You get them all, but I don't have any tents. It might take me a little bit to get down there. Let's actually head back and we can go. We'll check here because now I'm conscious of the wind. So we'll just see. I have nothing to share about the next update right now, Jeremy. You know, as soon as we do, we start to share. As soon as we've got that all clear, because we do work within the confines of the structured place that is thy company. I don't blame you. I'm excited for it too. Our testers have been crushing it, and they've really been putting the work in on it. It's really cool. It's kind of cool. It's something we don't. Okay, I'll give you a little something. I don't want to get in trouble for this. It is something we currently do not have in the Hunter Call of the Wild. It is extremely useful. Something that's coming is extremely useful, and everything in it's kind of cool. But there's one thing in particular that I know the community is going to go a little bit nutty for, because it can. Okay, how do I don't want to say too much, and I don't want to build too many expectations, but it will alter the way some of you hunt. Let's say that, if you choose to make use of stuffs and things. Yeah, I know, Cryptic, like, holy man, I just want to tell you guys this stuff, right? Like, it's so hard to keep it all balled up inside this nervous little ball of energy that I just want to shoot out there and then, be unemployed. All right, we got a 7 moving in, and this is the thing with the bears, okay? Bears are very lackadaisical. They take their time. They're creatures of habit, IRL. They find a route, they go from A to B, and they stop at all points in between that they have once found food. If they found food there once, they will always go there. Now, we're not quite as true to form as that, but to an extent. So they meander. Although they start at 2000 hours, you'll often find them about an hour in. And then you only got, it's about 4 hours in game. A bird hunter dog. They're calling it spotting scope. I was going to say, we got scope spotting hose and you're always on it, man. But a spotting scope would be cool. You're still going to bug you every week for leaks. I know. Boats, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I also don't want anyone to build any false expectations. Boats are not something we're currently working on. Just for the sheer scope of what it is, it would take a ton of work to implement boats on this engine with everything that's already in the game that it would have to interact with. So it hasn't been, if there was enough demand, that, would be something the team would definitely look at. It has been talked about. I know it was really talked about when Mississippi came out, because we had all those waterways, and hence all the crossings that got put in to make, excuse me, rude, talking over here. So it was talked about, but it was seen to be very large. It would have taken a lot to do, and for what you get back on it, at the moment it's not. So if it's something you guys really want, and anything we ever talk about here, I just can't say it enough. Unite as a voice. If you guys want to see something come to the game, get into Discord, start a thread in the forums and the suggestions, and upvote the divas out of it. Like, seriously, get after it. And that is how things get noticed, and that's how things happen. Landmines are not going to make it into the game. Giraffe, what's up, brother? Good to see you. SRP, back in the original drink zones of animals and mountain lions fixed for Nice, Moose. What animals will we be seeing on August 29th? What animals will we be seeing on August 29th? What are we referring to? No, there's something happening for the angler, not for the hunter. The messaging that went out was all angler related. Okay. Just no. But the advantage, we're moving in here without the wind hurting us. Let's just see what happens. No boats. I drowned enough already. We're still to step on right after Legos. You won't find a landmine in my house, but you will find Lego landmines. And I agree with you. Hunting from helicopters. Could you imagine, Muttley? Like, for real. Could you imagine? Like, they do it in Texas. Something like that would just be wild. It would be wild. I don't know how it would go over with the overall community, to be completely honest. So we have a 7 kicking around down there. Is there anything else we're not seeing yet? This is kind of a novelty for me. I would never get to hunt with night vision, IRL. So I get to do things vicariously through our game that I wouldn't get to do otherwise. No worries, Moose. Just be respectful, bud. They cull deer from helicopters in New Zealand. Alpine, what's up, brother? Good to see you. It's either web pack or new equipment. That's what I think. I mean, typically at this time of year, we've had weapons, equipment packs, that sort of thing come in. I can tell you there isn't a new reserve or map on our next update. I will confirm that. Come on, Dylan, do some work, man. Look at him creeping. He's just like imitating me. He's really good. Tell you, my dog was that good, I'd be just made up. All right, so we're pretty close. He's still calm. Well, the wind's good, but they're gonna start to hear me soon. Like, I'm moving through the brush. Some of this stuff, it's like walking through freaking strings of bells. And Misty, how are you? What's happening, my friend? August 29th, the Angler for Console. That is the announcement of the release date. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get in trouble at work. Like, we have to work within confines, okay? It's everybody at work wants to say this is the release date, but the gaming industry, it just doesn't work that way. We had all these boxes to tick. It's the only reason we haven't been able to state a date. It's so close, my friends. For all of our console players eagerly awaiting it, we know, and we're doing our best to get it to you as soon as possible. Let's crack this 7 right here. I got my am I on my 308? I think I'm on my 30 of thy 8. No, yeah, I am. It's beautiful. It's good. It's great. We're zeroed for 150. And we'll send a little love downhill and see what that does for us. Anything else moving and grooving out there? What do we got? We had a 3, a little 3. Jeez, man. Not a big fan of the magnification on this scope, but hey, we get to see at night. What more can a guy ask for? You know, you make me want to do it. I had to do it, man. I had to do it. I need the money, okay? Don't judge me. Will it be another great one this year? Jeremy's got the good questions. I can neither confirm nor deny if there's ever going to be another great one at some point in time. Not at the present. Oh, man. Great ones have just absolutely, it's such a pleasure to watch them unfold. It's really cool. I mean, when you think about it, like, I've been playing this game since release. Back then, we dreamed of something like a great one. I love, ever since these got their remodel, you just want to rub your face in their fur. Good money, honey. Let's go pick up this 7 and see if anything moves in on the other side. I'm gonna leave that 3. Nothing else kicking around down here. Let's go pick this bad boy up. The release date for the release date. It's the best we could do. And we had to do something because, we all thought we would be able to release the date sooner. Truthfully, we really, really did. And you don't understand the nerves that we go through. The not wanting to disappoint. You want, with all of your being, to just everything to be rainbows and lollipops, you know, specifically red lollipops, no greens. You just want this, right? You want this with all of your being, and you try your best. And yeah, so the team has really been working hard on it. And, you know, it's definitely, it's exciting because we're right there. Like, I may not be able to tell you the date, but it is right. It's right there. It's right there. Okay, so nice gold, not bad. The money is just stupendous. They look great. They look absolutely great. Still wouldn't eat it. Don't care for the taste of bear. Nope. Nuh-uh. Not gonna do it. Have to cut it with too much pork. And straight up, I used to hunt bear. The amount of worms that are in a lot of bear is just mind-blowing. You can sort through that. I know, but you know, you got moose, you've got mule. Do you really? It's like having a steak in front of you. Do you really want the hot dog? Okay, well, we had a little peek here. I really want to hit these little lakes and head down here. These are, again, with the approach, because of the wind, it works well from this outpost, but it's a bit far, so bear with me. Good to see you, Fiendish Fiend. What's happening? Are there going to be new scopes added, for instance, a 1 by 8 times? So it's something we want to do. Let me, I actually like the opportunity to talk about stuff like this, because we're aware there's a blaring hole in our scope inventories. You know, for years, you're a Hyperion, you're an Argus guy, gal. That's what you're going for. Unless you're into, you know, some niche hunting at night and stuff, in which case you're using the night vision stuff, right? You know, there's options, but it's not where we want it to be. We definitely want to add more options, more to it, but the right way to do so is a thing. With magnification is definitely going to make a difference. We're always going to be stuck with that render, and that's the concern. And that's one of the reasons that we've moved to other things, because we thought they would be more useful, that people would find more value in them. They'd be better additions. But scopes are very high on the priority list. They truly are. They've had a lot of attention for some time now, and it's executing it right. We don't want to just take the Hyperion, slap a new skin on it, make the view just a little different, and you know what I mean? There has to be value with it. So the team, as they are, as you've seen, like to not just do their research, but make sure that they're doing something worthwhile. So yeah, hang tight. Steve Ranelli got worms from Black Bear. I know, David, man, I'm not even joking. It was like, for years and years and years, we hunted them, and I still buy tags, because you know, where we hunt, there's a lot of black bears, and we've actually had incidents in camp while cleaning. But yeah. Would you consider trophy plaques in outposts? That would be so cool, Zach. That would be so cool. Definitely, it would be considered. Why have I never seen that suggestion? I have never seen that suggestion in Discord. Go there now. Go now. Make that post and everybody upvote that. Could you imagine just having the odd plaque in an outpost? Although I don't know how that would work. You know what? That probably wouldn't work. Let me explain why. The outposts are within the game, and the lodges are they're like their own instance, essentially. So you wouldn't have your trophy manager. I think that you pretty much be where you know what? Yeah, I don't think that would be possible as I talk through it. I got a little excited there. I'm not gonna lie. I love nice improvements like that, but I don't think that would be a feasible option. Man, we get more slots on the wheel for the hunter. Interesting. So, like, just like on the dog wheel, having more, so yeah, that would be not a bad idea. No, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, you heal. Just heal. It's not a bad idea. Here's a genuine question here. Would it be possible in game as an old Call of the Wild to add extra save slots, or is my post in Discord pointless? No, it's not pointless. That's one that's been requested for a while, and to be honest, I don't have an answer for that. having a separate save games actually in the game rather than moving your files. Like at least on PC you can do that, but you can't do that on say Xbox or PlayStation. You have to. I think you can on PlayStation. I think you can move your saves around because you can get at your saves. But whoa. You have to make new profiles to play new saves unless you do a restart. Let me inquire on that one. Just do it like how you did that trophy, the latent trophy lodge, and make it species limit. Would that work? Well, no. So that's still its own instance, though. Yes, that lodge was actually on latent. If any of you found it, that was hush hush during the design process. It was there. It was a little bit of a foobar. And then we looked at the option of adding it there, but again, your trophy manager can't interact. It's completely separate. It's not actually in the game. Like it's in the game, but it's not in like when you're in a reserve. It's a separate instance. Were the red deer get different furs or racks? Good question. It comes up often. I don't have a definitive on that one, unfortunately. Can the gray one white-tailed deer come with rare fur? It can. The fabled piebald. It's the rarest fur in game. Rarer than the albino quail. It is the rarest fur in game. If it's the chances of getting it are astronomically low. What do you think about a better free lodge? A better one? I mean, I'm still tickled pink with the last one. I personally think it's the best looking lodge in the game. Define better. I didn't read the last of it. It's good, but a bigger one would be much. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's more just like a starter lodge, right? That's more a starter lodge. The idea being is they didn't want everything behind a paywall, but like the starter lodge is in game. If there's another lodge, it'll probably be a DLC because of the time and everything that goes into creating them. Just being straight with you, my friend. It would be nice. It would be great to be able to offer a bigger, better free one, but there's got to be value to those that have already bought the lodges in game, right? Nothing. Not a thing. You got okay. Thank you. Wow, it might as well be not a thing. All right, let's just one more quick look in case I've missed something. That's really disappointing. We have a solo female. She's just hanging out. She knows she's safe. She don't care. She's like, what are you gonna do? Not a thing, map. We're gonna move on and carry on to the next lake. What's happening, Fred? How are you, my friend? Welcome. How do you post your ideas in Discord? Will Beads, what's up, brother? In the forums, you create a forum post. You just have to add a tag, right? And you can see basically how the other ones are there, and there's an explanation on basically how to do it. But it's pretty straightforward, my friend. Good to see you here, dude. Welcome. So we did have another female that I didn't see. Makes me wonder. I wonder. Nails, right? Hard to see at night with the night vision. Part of the challenge. We rise to the occasion. Except I'm sitting, so the camera's down here. Big question is the next DLC: a dog, a weapon pack, or a lodge? No sort of no. It's not a dog. It's not a dog. Dog is I'll tell you, the Bloodhound took more work to make the Bloodhound than it did your average reserve. The only that's mind blowing, right? It's mind blowing. The dog was a lot to put in, so it's just not something we could do on an in between. But I can't tell you that. Can't tell you. No more slots for us to put more weapons and more stuff than we need for actual game. So I think that this is a debate. This is a debate, and I'm open in on both sides. I'm the gamer. I want more stuff. I want to be able to carry more stuff. If you look at my build right now, I have the 22. I have the 22-250. I have the 308. I have the 7mm. And I have collars around me. I got a tent on my back. I got Sentinel. I don't even want to know where I put that. Everything is just, I am like a walking arsenal of, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And so therein comes the rub. we try to give you as much as you possibly can, and by the way you build your builds, you can get a lot in here. But realistically, when I go hunting, I'm hard pressed to carry 2 rifles. Truth be told, I got my 22 or the little 410 over the back, and I'm walking with my odd 6 in my arms, cradled or however it may be. So there's that. We don't try to be realistic, but we don't want to make it too over the top. Certainly room for improvement, and would love to see your ideas in Discord. And I know the devs would definitely take a look and see, because that's always something that we consider is, you know, how does the gameplay look, right? How does the flow look for our players when they're out and about and they're moving around? Is it fun? Where are the frustrations at? Are there frustrations? What do you do with those frustrations? Does it push you away? And so inventory in every game is always like a mini game in itself, right? Trying to figure out what to carry, what to take. That's a tough one though. Throw us a treat. I don't have any treats, or my dog would get one. We need one more perk point so we can have pack mule to serve veg. And there isn't that. I mean, that's by design, right? That's by design. I used to swear by blah words. I used to swear by disturbed veg when I first started playing the game. The first like 2 years, I had that at all times. But I used it more to connect the dots. I honestly don't think I've ever found a rare through disturbed veg, but that's the allure behind it, right? It's quite powerful. I prefer my builds now. I simply go through. Well, here, let me show you something. I don't go with the disturbed veg. I like to take my improvised blind. I get my endurance. That's as far as I go in the stalker. I move over to ambush, and I've got 1 in who's deer, because quite useful, believe it or not, and pack mule. I'm a color guy. I really like the colors. I don't mind going to the lakes and spotting them and taking my shots, but I love to go to a high, population area, get in somewhere, call them, bring them to me. I like to watch the animals come in. And the who's deer, it's pretty cool. Depending on what you're hunting. Stop it! They're in their rest zones. They're not drinking anymore, right? They moved out. Yeah. I'm trying to get down to this lake, man. I'm taking my time. Tell Mrs. B the kids I say it. I will do. Thank you. Are any surveys planned soon? We always want to do surveys. Yeah, we do. Surveys are tough. They take a lot of work. Everyone always interprets questions. We know what's happening from that survey. So you got to be careful. Hey. Stop it, Pronghorn. Watch that be a 5. Calling and hooting and hollering. These guys, man. I was talking with somebody the other day and I was explaining how much fun it is. And we should do that one stream. I'll actually, I'll set up again and I'll show you. I've got it on one of my other playthroughs. Clearings. There's a lot of clearings where you'll find their rest zones that accept tree stands. So if you crawl in right before, you need to know your species when they're going to move in. But if you crawl in right before, don't do it. Nuh-uh. And watch them come in. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun sitting in those stands. Fun way to hunt. The last couple kind of gave away the DLCs. You got to be careful, man. Howdy, Nick. What's happening, dude? Can the sniper get tripods? I want bipods. Like, let me tell you, man. I want shooting sticks. Big asks. And we need the community behind all of it. Ask. Get in the Discord. Suggest. That's where the devs directly see everything that goes in Discord. Sometimes the devs see stuff before the community team, which is wild. Right? For me, it's because I'm 9 hours behind. They're all time travelers. I live in the future. I dwell in the past. With the who's deer skill, the roe deer calls Siberian musk deer. No, the elk calls in the Siberian musk deers. The elk caller. I like to see Doll and Stone Sheep at it. Although, having said that, I've never tried the roe deer on them. I know, unless there's been a change, maybe that's a thing now. But yeah, your elk color will work on musk deer. Works on something else too. I ain't giving you that one. Caleb, what's happening? Good to see you. Welcome. Call about devs ever add like seasons such as the velvet season for whitetail. That's been a big conversation. Like you know, and like, let me just stress this. You know, that's one of the first things I talked about when I got working here. I wanted the rut. I wanted like new need zones, man. I want to see rub on the trees, man. Like, there's so much you could do, like, and velvet and that sort of thing. Seasons, they kind of toyed with things, but it's such a massive overhaul to do seasons. I don't know. Would they consider it? Yes, absolutely. Because I can tell you that's been talked about. Why is nothing ever at these lakes, man? These used to be great lakes. Now they're nothing. Nothing happened. That's okay. It's brought us down by the water. It's getting a little ground here. Maybe we'll get a call, but it doesn't look like there's anything here. Yeah. There's a 6. See how they're so hard to spot. I want to get you before you run away. I need the need zone. I hope you make more Call of the Wild reserves. We do not have Asia. I'd like to see some kind of map from Russia. Well, Medved's Russia, so we do have Russia. You're right, we don't have Asia. There's a whole gap there that needs to be filled. In my opinion, we do need this. We do. 100%. These are things I would love to see. Look at them all nervous over there. So hard to spot. Definitely the most challenging, arguably one of the most challenging species here in the Hunter Call of the Wild. Hard to even see, right? Let's go over and see if they left me some need zone tracks. Get our light on, because then you can actually see the things on the ground. They should have plenty cornfields to attract deer. I think that, we're talking bait sites, right? Bait sites have long been a big ask, and truly, I think would be a great addition to the game. How it's done, that would be, that's the question. Definitely things to be considered. Technically, Siberia is North Asia. But as stated by the devs, the inspiration of Medved is a Russian map, right? Just like Yukon, which Yukon's Canada. Yukon is East Alaska. We got our need zone, so we're happy. We're making progress. Once we get our need zones down and we see where they're at, it helps with our second time around. And this is actually, I'm going to run this way, actually. This is quite different from my placement on my other playthrough right here. Thunder, but the waterways have the angler water graphics? Wait, what? No. The water in here is completely different than the angler. This was all here before the angler was even a thing, which is kind of cool. Everything's completely different. There's nothing shared because they're completely different engines. Would be so cool if bears would drink in the early morning. Yeah, I concur. Secretly, I'm kind of out here for a few reasons. I know our devs are watching. This has been an ask for me. I would love the rework on, we had a rework. I just think pronghorn and bears drinking so late in the day, early evening into the dark of the night, it's changed the feel. SRP is still, and I think a lot of folks share this opinion, it's still one of the best reserves in game. It's a crowd favorite. It's just the flow of the map is incredible. And, there's a balance for all things, and we're always looking at all things. But this is one that I get a lot. Right? Everybody wants to hunt all the great ones. And these are the hardest great ones to hunt for this reason right here. Right? Like, it really is. And we had it a different way previously. So, we've seen both sides of the coin, right? And so, maybe a little review, keep your eyes on things, see what's happening. SRP has great sight lines. I know, I love it. I absolutely love the design. What up, Teak? How you doing? What's going down? What's the chance of making things more realistic in places like Australia by adding some of the poisonous snakes? So we have to watch closer when we walk. We already have aggressive animals. Steven, that just sounds so immersive, my friend. I would love that. What are the chances? I mean, there's always a chance. And I truly mean this when I say this. It really, a lot of it, and I just sound like a broken record, but it's so true. A lot of it comes down to our community. You know, we've seen it happen time and again. When there is enough ask for something, when there is enough requests, when there is, you know, when the community comes together, things happen. And that's why we've structured our community and specifically our Discord the way we have. We want your voice. We want to make the game that you want to play. Genuinely. You know, there's no ulterior motives. There's nobody sitting back going, excellent. You know, like literally it's when something new's come to the game, everyone's on the edge of their seats. You know, and they're like, what do our players think? What does everyone think for all of our hard work? Did they like this one? Did they like this? Like, that's the genuine, like, I can't even, you know, that's how it goes. And so, like, if the community speaks up and says, this is what we want, then this is where direction often turns. Something like snakes and stuff like that, I think that, I don't know the whole community would get behind it. I would love it if they did, because imagine how immersive that would be, having to watch where you're walking. But I fear that, you know, there would be other features that people would be asking for first, just being straight. So there is a possibility to answer your question, but the community would have to come together on it. It's looking, Mr. Burns. Excellent. A lunch break. What up, Trey? How you doing, brother? Right on, Connor Foster. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, my dude. Great to have you with us here. We're just poking around here in the wee hours on SRP, taking a peek to see what we've got movement-wise for our black bears, and maybe catch some pronghorn now, or in that whole. Actually, we're getting real close to the end of our drink time. We'll hopefully get through this stretch, and then we'll bounce up here. We'll change our time, and we'll talk about why I changed to where I changed to. You'll see. We'll go. Bees Nest too. I mean, you know, I do like this. I do like that. And I love that I see some support for snakes, because I really think snakes would change the game. I would like to be able to hunt snakes, right? You know, bow only, right? I think that would be pretty dang cool. But the mobility and having to worry about stepping on one and getting taken down, you know, it makes me think of, and this is a little different, but in the Hunter Classic, if you go to Peekamoon Bay, you actually have to bring bottles of water. So you have an extra mechanic you need to think of while you're hunting. Now, I know that a snake is drastically different than a bottle of water, but I'm just more alluding to having those extra mechanics, I think would be a really cool addition and immersion to the game. But I would think that something that would so drastically change your play style, like needing to drink water, like needing to dress in warmer clothes, that sort of thing, would need to be, you'd have to have some way to opt in or out, because that would drastically change gameplay for some folks. I'm just trying to round this corner, and then I've got a good approach. I don't even know that I'm going to have any on this one. I should have some right here, but you just never know. I'm hoping to find some tracks. You could set up just on the edge right here and have a view, but it doesn't look like we're going to have anything here. See a lot of suggestions for the community, including reserves and a few webs of features. But what would you like to be added to the game, Dan? Myself, if I had one ask other than beards, okay, seriously, beards, like for real. I've worked for this company for 2 years, man. How do I not have a beard? Other than a beard, I want trail cams. To me, trail cams are an essential part of our hunt. You know, we go out in spring and in summer and we set up cams in our little top secret spots. I'll have to kill you if I tell you. It's immersive, and it's something else for us to do, and it's just a whole new way of play. It's not going to make you a better hunter, but there's ways that it can be done. Trail cams are a big ask. There's things in Classic I would like. That really, honestly, I want clothes that matter. I want clothes that matter. Those are my big asks. I want proper camo for a reserve like Classic has. I want clothes that reduce my scent, make me less visible. If I wear the wrong clothing, I stand out like a sore thumb and they see me from an extra 100 meters or something. That would be my ask. But I listen to the community, and I take a lot of the asks to our devs to make sure they've heard them, seen them. We talk about them. I know what's popular, and I just think it's great with our community that just creeping along. We're just out for a walk, dogs. Walking simulator day. We're about to round the point here. You know, don't need spiders. No, definitely not. Gillies that actually, what up, Echo? Gillies that actually have an effect. Yes, I think they're fantastic. I'm wearing one right now. You know, like seriously, I love the ghillie, the look of the ghillies in this game. But yeah, have to wear the furs on Medved or freeze. Yes. Could you make the Remy Warren sexier? I think Remy's got it on lock. I would never step to that. You know, I'm a schmuck. But we need bigger beards, man. Remy's the only choice for a beard, and I'm always rocking it. But it's like, it's just past the 5 o'clock shadow, you know? Make the dog track. Oh, you mean like find prey? Because they'll follow, they do track. But expand, my friend, expand. What's happening? Mirofi, what's going down? And you Scandinavian map would be cool. That would be pretty cool. Different camels, maybe another backfill update. Definitely see something like camels and water buffaloes on Emerald Coast. Water buffalo, for sure. I think they're definitely needed, right? We got a warning call. Hit the dirt. Let everything simmer. Now I was worried they would be a little close. I got to get in and over. We're going to let them hang tight for a second. Let them calm down. They'll go back to a calm state. Fire ants. I missed that one. Like quieter vehicles, like electric bikes. So I can tell you something. Let me tell you. For years, we traversed in quads, side by sides, and of course we were always moving around our trucks, right? And all my buddies all drive diesels. And do you know? And this is proven, at least where I live. It's a well-known secret that animals will spook less from the sound of a diesel in an area where there's active logging. They get used to the logging. They get used to the workers in their trucks and the constant movement. We'll be driving around and we see more deer in our travels than we will in a blind in our entire trip. You know, whereas if you're moving around, when we move around my buddy has a Sidekick. It's just such a great hunting buggy. And we go out on the quads and the side-by-sides and they hear those gas motors and they book it. Well, electric started to become a thing. Guys started bringing up electric golf carts. It's unnatural sounds and it grabs them and they bolt. So I don't know how well. I would love to see if anyone's had success with an electric vehicle. I would love something. If you have it, send me it in Discord, please. This has been a big topic of conversation with me and my hunting buddies. Big topic of conversation. I am not going to see a thing if I can't get around. Look, we're already getting the tracks coming into view. So we've spooked this first bit. Other popular thing in some areas is hunting from horseback would be very cool. Hipsters spotted. Oh no, man! If you want to see these golf carts with like lift kits, big tires on them, you know, gun racks, full heaters. Like, man, we're talking comfier than a side-by-side and like unbelievable and cheaper in some cases. Like you can save a little bit of money, but not a lot because the batteries cost an arm and a leg. I was like Black Rust and Medved. Oh, we're talking backfills. Yeah, that would be cool. I agree. Need more winter maps, lots of snow and cold, dangerous polar bears. I fully agree. We do. Okay, I'm gonna flee. I'm just gonna walk my way up in here. Get that need zone. Is it 6 hard? Buddy, listen. Don't make me do it. We've got stuff and things. I'm just looking for your need zones. See, I you know, and I picked something else that you wouldn't be over because I wanted to get. I was going to ask questions. You guys are just putting them all out there, which is fantastic. It's just, we're about to lose our drink time. Honestly, thank you. Thank you. You're making my job easy. I had a lot of questions I wanted to ask today, but you guys are just covering it all, man. Kelsier, what's going down? We've announced the announcement date for console. Come back on the 29th. We've got something solid for you, my friend. We do. It's we're trying to put it out there as soon as we can. We're trying so hard. We want nothing but to be able to say it's this date. But it just, things are out of our hands and we just can't until we can. So we had to do something, and no matter what, and not for nothing, the 29th is going to be a big day. So stay tuned. It's dark, lower animal vision. And it depends on the animal. In most cases, no. Night hunt is rough on this game. Night vision goggles you don't have to have in hand would be great. Oh, you want like proper night vision? Can you hunt with that anywhere? Like that stuff, it's, you know, I can't say anything because you just can't hunt at night here, period, unless it's, I've heard some folks, I've heard they've hunted wolves and coyotes at night. But I don't know if there's any truth behind that. To my understanding, you just can't hunt at night, period here. So I know nothing about it. Nothing about it. I think we need rock wall mounts in whatever new lodge we get because they're quite common in most big lodges. I think it would be really cool to have different types of bases in our mounts. And I think that's a general consensus around the community. So this would be a tough zone. You could put a tent and tripod perhaps maybe here. It gets busy down here, right? This is a busy zone. It's low key, it's a hot spot. If you're wondering where I am on the map, this area here, I guess at range, see, but that's like really far and you can't get over there. It's just this spot because you have to worry about your wind. You could maybe in a tree stand. I bet you one of these trees would do the job. Interesting. Is it possible in the future to get a retouch to the skills and perks? It's always possible. Yeah, if there's enough demand for it. I think we need a better night vision scope, thermoscope, better scopes in general, and fully customizable trophy lodges. Slowly but surely run out of spaces in my trophy lodge. Pretty please. And you can make a lot of trophy lodges. Right? You can. Once you have the DLCs, you can just go to town and pump a whole bunch out. But I don't disagree. I think we could use a new lodge. We're getting close to that time. But as far as the scopes, yeah, we were talking about that earlier. We definitely need more scopes. And something different other than just this would be nice. Thermal would be cool. Can you hunt with those anywhere? You should add baby animals to the game. That would be a complete redesign on the respawn system. Could you imagine? Unless they were static, maybe? How do you get that beard looking so epic? I was just born with it like this. I just came out, the doctor high-fived me. Didn't give me a pacifier. He gave me a bottle of baby beard oil. I'm still full of crap. I'm just genetics. I don't know. What up, MT? How you doing, brother? That was a funny comment. I'm sorry. Thank you. I had fun with that. You cannot hunt pandas. No, you cannot. We have a UK map, loads of different species that aren't already in the game. There are so many possibilities. Okay. Let's do this. Because I love for our team to see this kind of genuine feedback, and chat always just explodes with this. So my views. Let's go. Hold on. Let's get. Yeah, that's as good as we're gonna get. Can I zoom in here? There we go. That'll give it a better look. Okay. Now, we have a good build up here. Arguably, something needs to fill here. We have a good build up here. Arguably, something needs filled in here. We have wide open spaces. In fact, you can do a line right across here. Previously, it was like this, right? If you could only pick one. Now, let's stay within the rules. We're setting ground rules. We're setting ground rules. One. Just give me one. Pick one location. One location. light them up, because I'm gonna go back over this, and I like to screenshot this stuff. I like to pull out. You can always see the defined winners by what people answer. Are we looking for an Africa 2.0? Are we looking for another one in South America? What about Asia? We've got a big chunk of Asia here. We could get something around India and Nepal. We could put another one in Europe. Heck, we could even go to Iceland and Greenland, UK. I mean, I know Reverend Tooley's up here in Scandinavia, but like, just lots of openings. And let's see. This is what I'm saying. Snail, what's up, brother? Sweden, Ethiopia. Oh, Mongolia would be cool. Mars, I'm with it. I would like a moon map. I think we're on the same page. Sweden would be cool. Asia. Specifically, though, okay, if we're talking Asia, where in Asia? What would you do? Midwest UA? Something in Asia? Now, I'm still for more North American maps, because there's still, like, we haven't touched. You want to see the different terrains that you get. You want to go up to there's so much we can do here still in North America, but there's like a part of the community who got very loud. And yes, I saw a lot of the same names, but part of the community got very loud. We don't want any more North America. Don't take that off the table. There's incredible hunting there. We would all benefit, but there is definitely my choice, my pick. If we're to go somewhere, I see Kazakhstan. Scotland would be cool. I want somewhere in Asia. I like the thought of India. I do. I like the thought of India, but you can't hunt in India. Closest to India I found is something like Nepal or Kazakhstan or one of those sort of areas. I think Turkey also, we're moving up now. I think Turkey would be a good spot. But this is just like Japan. You guys remember we had a talk not that long ago? Look at oh man, there's so much to go over here. It's awesome. And I can't wait to dig through this after stream. But Japan was a good suggestion, and like, granted, there wouldn't be a ton of new species, but the map would be freaking amazing. And that's partway what I think gets me, what I'm looking forward to. I got to change the time. Oh man, I'm running out of time. I totally got distracted. I didn't get to where I wanted to go. I thought that we would explore a little and show how difficult it is to find some of these. Do the good work. If you know, you know. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just roll it back. Now, save yourself a little time. Pow! That's how you don't go right at the start of the drink time. Bears are slow. In some zones, they're up to an hour and a half late. Some they're there as early as 30 minutes in. It's a tough one. Okay, I'm turning this off so I can see better. And we're gonna keep moving. I'm gonna leave that tent here. Wait, hold on. Was that my last tent on me? It was. Hold on now. You're gonna tell me that I don't have a tent. I know. Tents. Give me a tent. Okay, it's back in there. We're good. Carry on. Greenland, yes, would be very cool. Japan would be so cool, Hunter, mate. Right? No fantasy monsters. I agree. No fantasy monsters. Not in this. There was a lot of people who have been requesting the Hunter Primal. Like, seriously, get behind that, because I think that's something that I personally think that's something that could be done, a reboot of sorts. It would never get the support that, you see here in the Hunter or the Angler. But just to bring it back, at least, it was a fun option, man. Just saying. Texas high fence map would also be great. That would be very cool. We could do a lot in a high fence map. We could introduce a lot of species, because your imagination is key. Okay, I just don't have time to carry on. Carry on up to here if you're working this area. This is a great spot. You'll actually find a bunch of need zones. But I want to bounce up to here. I had so many hours in Primal. It was so good. It was just fun, right? It wasn't a game where, like, this game gets you involved in your skills and your perks, your inventory management. You start really tracking out your routes and planning hunts and where you're going to go at what need zone times. And, like, there's a lot to consider. The Hunter Primal was just, don't die. Shoot dinos in the face. Oh, you died. Go do it again. Squirrels would be so hard to add. They would. They would. And anything we add, and there's always questions on backfill. And you guys probably saw this last time, and I can't stress it enough, right? There has to be room. So, you know, if you ask for something to be added to the game, or to be added to a previous map, and it happens, something will be taken away, right? Like, let's just say, I don't know, you want wolves on Leighton Lake, right? You want wolves on Leighton Lakes. Okay, we're going to bring it in just for number's sakes. These aren't the numbers, but let's say there's 200 wolves on an average population on a map. That's not it. I'm purposely skewing numbers. Let's say there's 200 wolves. You know, we have to scale back species to fit them. Well, whatever drink times they're in also have to coincide. There's a lot to backfill. That last backfill we did was a big job. But the team was so passionate about doing it, they wanted to get them out there. So I would say there's a good chance of backfills in the future. But, you know, we have to be careful when we think of these things. What does it do to the map and the existing? Why are you up there? Get down to the water. I should have came in from the back end. You know, this is the problem coming this side, but I could just typically get and look over. I get a lot of bears. Or I did. Checked in a while. I'm speaking before looking. Confidence, man. I'm telling you, you have confidence. Everything will come to you in life. Except what doesn't. Need the spas 12 if that's going to happen. When you think of tigers, leopards, and jaguars in the game, jaguars, I would have to probably say no because I've looked into them and I don't see anywhere that you can hunt them. They're pretty much on the endanger now, aren't they? Or they're at risk. I know it's controversial with tigers and leopards, but I'm told there's areas that they are hunted. And like, there's the thing, it's a game, but we do need to be careful, but only within reason. And I think the teams all come around to that point of view. Yeah, I think that there's definitely strong considerations there. Definitely. Sad the 29th is not a tackle box stream. Me too, man. Pop-Tart, me too. My boyfriend plays this and he has no problem finding them. Finding what's that? Mrs. Deathwolf. What's he looking for? Yeah, you know, if you're having problems finding anything in the game, okay, it's honestly, it's visiting the areas. First, honestly, it's learning where their home ranges are. Just go out and explore the maps and explore different times of days. There's great guides that can help you with it. That'll explain the different need zone times, whether you're looking for drink time, which is the most popular. Rest time is actually quite viable. Eating is very viable because they're typically just back from their drink times. And some of them drink so far back anyways, it doesn't make a world of difference. I may have spooked them off just by running there. Really, I should pay more attention to what we're doing. It's just too much chat, right? 60 frame consoles, yes, the next gen has that. Only time I cannot find a certain animal is when a quest says I need it. Yeah, I know. That could be a pain. That could be a pain. Jaguars are currently listed as near threatened, which is one step below least concern. It should be fine. I've been, man, I've heard so many controversial things about jaguars specifically. But hey, I'm not saying it's out. That was my impression. But I'm not the one that makes the call either. I'm just sort of going by what we want. Crossplay won't happen, unfortunately. We would need a new game at that point. You'd have to completely rebuild the engine, and at 6 years old, it just won't be a thing. Seriously, love leopards. It'd be cool, man. You imagine on Verhunga, they're hanging out in trees. Cool. I'm just saying, it would be pretty wild. Ah, Johnny, what's up, man? I keep reading your name like your name's a message. I'm like, there's Johnny Crowbro, Tackle Tuesday, one-time champ, Copper. What's up, brother? The thing with Jaguars is where can you put them? Like Rancho, Parque would not fit like in Argentina. I think, did I just read that? Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Man, we'll just bounce a little. We can go down from the opposite end here. Works in the top lake, too. It's real good. Otherwise, you gotta have tents at a lot of the lakes, which I don't have currently. We're about to run out of time. When your little brother and cousin take the Xbox from you. No doubt. Do animals spook from your flashlight? They do not, unfortunately. They do not. I know, I feel you. Witch hack, I feel you. We all want crossplay. Devs included. Devs included. We all want crossplay. That's why, you know, you've seen even our newest title, The Angler. It's got crossplay. Really, really excited for it. Can't wait. It's going to be amazing. Crossplay's game changer, especially in games like this, so. We know. Winter map with muskox would be sweet. Pronghorns are not endangered. No, they are not. That's correct. You can really hunt them out this way. Well, more Alberta. It's Alberta, not really BC. I don't think there's any in BC. You got to get down to the plains there. Any news about electronic collars, blowguns, slingshots? Wish they add more silent ones. Electronic collar would be cool. Classic has one. It's a lot of fun. Classic, so you're good with, it's like, what can you do in there? I use it for when I hunt lynx and yotes. I like to go sit in the blind, drop it down. Electronic collar would be really cool. I'd love to see something like that in this game. That would be game changing, I think, right? For someone like me, because I like to use collars. I really like to play with collars. Blowguns, I'm not so sure, to be honest. Slingshots, you know, there's controversy behind stuff like a slingshot to hunt with, unless you're looking at like squirrels. You know, the idea of with a lot of hunters in you know, the real world hunting community is you should never shoot something that, you know, with something that's not gonna have a clean kill. Nothing should ever suffer, right? We're just a video game, but I don't know that slingshots would be a viable option. Now, I could be wrong. I've seen some pretty high-powered slingshots, right? But I can't say that that's been a real serious conversation that I've seen. Be interesting, though. South Dakota Mac, Badlands, the bison. I'm gonna kill a croc with a slingshot. I mean, all the power to you. They've been killed by boat props. You know, it can certainly happen with a slingshot. Just realized you're the official game creator of Twitch. If you know, no, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Don't even swear. I'm a community manager here. I do also stream on Twitch. In fact, I'm going to be going right after this. 10 minutes after this ends, mine will be starting. If you guys want to all come and hang out, we're going to keep the party going, have a little bit of fun. I only get to hang out here for an hour. It's all we're allotted because, well, it's within the work hours in Sweden. I'm located in old Canada land. I work remote. I'm 9 hours removed, unfortunately. But I'm going to continue my stalk and spot, have a little bit of fun, move around. I'm interested to see what's held, because on this playthrough, I have not explored my bear population. We may have some nice tasty treats kicking around that we haven't seen yet. Really, my SRP is largely untouched. As you can see, animals are just coming in now. Level 4, not what I'm after. I know only an hour, it's a bit of a downside, but nonetheless, we have a lot of great creators here in the community. However you hunt, there's a creator with that style out there, whether it's authentic hunting, RP even, maybe it's you want to see some grinding, whatever you want, it's out there, both on Twitch and YouTube. We're here every Tuesday, my friends, for that's the Hunting Lodge, baby. You know, you want the news first, this is where you get it. And of course, every Wednesday is the Angler streams. We're here tomorrow for a fish. We have some big stuff happening in the Angler right now. And of course, if you haven't done so, my friends, make sure to get into the Discords. Links are in the descriptions. Nightbot kicks it out. Just, you know how to do the stuff and the things. Come and join an incredible community built with incredible folks, much like yourself. Thank you all so much for coming to hang out with me. I'll see some of you shortly. About 10, 15 minutes, I'll hit the buttons. And until then, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, my friends. Take care. Peace out. I hate pushing the M buttons. Hate it.